Hello folks, R1 here. Have you been in a ground forces battle in the last couple of days? Especially arcade? Well, of course, it's chock full of brand new American tanks like this M22 Locust. That one you can look at and get a hold of, like this gun carriage M16. If you've paid like $3 or $4 and gotten one of the packs or completed one of the special events to be able to participate with the full line of testing on American tanks. But most of the more interesting ones that we're going to look at right now, you can get pretty much right off the bat. No, I take that back. I was going to show you the basic line, but you can log into a ground forces battle and check out all the basic tanks to your heart's content. And I'll have videos on them because there was a lot of fun gameplay involved. This one's going to be about two tanks. The M22 Locust, which I don't have upgraded yet except for like parts. I think I just got parts. Don't even have fire extinguishers. And that little M3 Stuart Marine Corps issue. I jumped into a battle on jungle, intending to run the Locust around a little bit. Since it wasn't upgraded, I wasn't expecting a whole lot. I'd had a couple of fun battles, but this tank tends to die very quickly. I think it's going to be great eventually once I get the hang of it. But that was my main goal. And then I was going to run the little Marine Corps tank when time allowed, just because it's a good little experience point earner, and I wanted to train up some of my crews for American ground forces that didn't have any experience as far as crew skills is concerned, running ground forces tanks. So anyway, yeah, that M3 Lee was kind of in my way, but I'm going to take the most rugged route that I can over toward the cap in the center of the map. This thing's a little difficult to control. Actually, all the American light tanks take a bit of getting used to. This one's really not as bad as a lot of them are. It's a little bit more controllable. I'm just not used to it yet. But it moves. It moves quickly over just about any terrain type. Of course, water's going to slow it down, but water's going to slow anything down. It's just a little bit more noticeable. Trees, well, at least I don't kill myself hitting a tree in this thing. That's a plus. It, of course, has a pretty good gun with decent ammunition. I'm assuming it's pretty much standard. I don't even have the more advanced ammunition unlocked yet. I'm just using the standard default armor-piercing ammo. And it doesn't have much in the way of armor, but it's hard to hit, and that's its claim to fame. We're going to come up here to the capture zone, and looks like my teammates, including my random squad mate, are mixing it up with a T-28 and another Stuart and some other things. And they just set my random teammate on fire, so I will drive through the artillery because I fear it not. And I'm going to start circle strafing this T-28. I'm going to put a shot into the Stuart there just because I can, and he deserves it. I'm going to keep going. Oh, look, the T-28's on fire. But so am I. Was a Lee? No, that's a Grant over there that I didn't notice right off the bat. And he pegged me right in the engine compartment. That's all it took. But wow, talk about a short but very, very fun run in a tank. That thing's going to end up being phenomenal. Well, anyway, so I'm going to jump in the Stuart Marine Corps issue. It is time to send in the Marines. This thing isn't quite as fast as the Locust is, but I think it's a little bounce here on its suspension, but it's a lot of fun, and it's a good-looking tank. They gave it a good color scheme. It's got, I think, 3 other camo schemes available that you can unlock or spend a little bit of gold for. I haven't gotten to that point yet. We'll see. And yeah, when it goes over obstacles, it clears them just fine. It bounces a bit, though, and it can turn sideways. That's something you're going to have to watch out for. Other than that, though, boy, it's fun. You just aim for whatever. The bigger the hill, the bouncier the ride, the more intense the obstacles in your way, the better. Now, I've decided I'm going to head back over. We have, I think, taken that capture point now. So I'm going to look for areas that I can, yeehaw! I'm sorry, I had to do that. I'm American. I'm going to look for ways that I can flank the people putting pressure on the capture zone. Going to look dead ahead at first, run through a shell crater that's 3 times bigger than my tank. Don't see anything over to the left, so we're going to cut right. On the mini-map, I had noticed that there was an enemy tank trying to skirt around, and I wasn't sure if it was a AI-controlled tank or if it was a player. And I don't want anyone over there because they'd have a really good line of fire on the guys defending the capture point right now. So we're going to go ahead and cut through all this water, which does slow us down, but it really doesn't give us much in the way of difficulty. And we're going to head off across the dunes here and see what trouble we can get into. Now I see our friendly AI tanks opening fire on something. Could be enemy AI, could be a player, I'm not sure. But as I'm cutting across, something catches my eye off to the left. And you look over and, oh hello. Looks like there's a couple of enemy units over there that are completely unaware of me sitting over here to the side. Buy this. We're going to see if we can pick off that AA gun over there. Well, AA truck. And he just manages to squeak out of the way. Oh, that's alright. We'll try and catch him a little bit later. I've got someone up ahead of me here. I have a feeling it's a player tank. It's been sitting there for a little bit. Oh, and it is. And he flipped. Well, I'll put him out of his misery. And look and see if I can find any other targets that I can pick off from this slight rise. Nothing there. Oh, spasm. Mouse spasm. Now I can't find the sweet spot again. Well, that's alright. Time to move. You're going to be hearing the term shoot and scoot a lot when people play American tanks, and it really is probably the best way to play them. Take a couple of very accurate shots and then get out of dodge before you get targeted and blown up yourself. And there's a fella that was trying to sneak around behind me, probably picking off AI. He's going to do his best, but he's got a critical. He's on fire. His turret moves pretty quick, but he can't quite keep up with me. And I didn't notice it at the time, but he has a buddy coming in from my right now to give him a hand. There he is. Oh. And he blew up. And this guy's about to blow up. Puts a shot into me, but doesn't seem to have much effect. And a bomb strike goes off too. I kind of ignore that guy. I'm pretty sure he's going to die if he hasn't put out his fire by now. And the cheeky little devil puts a shot into me from behind. Fortunately, it does little damage. And he finally decided it was time to die. Alright, well, we're going to look for artillery targets now. I've got quite a few built up. We'll drop it on that one. And then I thought I saw a bunch of red on the map over here. Now they're gone. Oh, no, there they are. Alright, now that we can spot everyone, let's try that again. There's a big cluster. And I've got a few artillery to spare. I think 3 at this point. Drop 2 on them. Drop another one back here. Shake things up a little bit. Oh my. 3 times, 4 times hits. There's an M2 ahead of me. Go ahead and put a few shots into him. 6 times hit. 6 times hit. Got the medium. Alright. 6 times hit. That's racking up points pretty quickly. Ground unit destroyed. I think my artillery strike did the job. Ouch. Really should watch where I'm going. Sure, he couldn't disappear just a second earlier. We'll drop one more, but it's going to be too late and the match is over. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what a typical Ground Forces arcade match is like now. Holy smokes. Talk about fast-paced mayhem. The American tanks are not dominating. Well, a lot of people are playing them because they're wanting to try them out. The American tanks are not dominating the match. It's not as if they're overpowered. They get torn up pretty easy, and sometimes they have to put a lot of shots into their target, but wow, are they fun to play. And it has made the other tanks for the other nationalities a lot more fun to play as well. Well, you're going to see tons of videos, and I'm sure this is nothing special. I just wanted to give those of you who haven't given Ground Forces a try lately or don't usually play arcade, a taste of what it's like out there now. Because it's kind of crazy. And that's kind of fun. That's all I've got for you for right now. Until I see you again, good hunting.